Santiago del Carmen Maria, the queen of crowning thoughts. I speak truth unapologetically. It's my...
Break the chains. America's working class is breaking under elite indifference. No more hold-on lies. It's time to oust the White House cult and reclaim our lives. Wake up, America. This isn't a dream. It's a nightmare engineered by the heartless elite who pretend to lead us. We're tossed into this brutal world like discarded scraps, left to scrape by on our own while those in power lounge in luxury, untouched by the hunger, the cold, the exhaustion that defines our daily grind. Sometimes I stare at the faces of these so-called leaders and wonder, are they even human? Do they have souls, or are they just soulless puppets pulling strings to keep us down? They know damn well that millions of us are barely eating, skipping meals to feed our kids, rummaging through pantries for crumbs. Yet they preach from their gilded podiums, hold on, hold on. Why the hell don't they starve alongside us? Let them hold on with empty bellies and see how long their smug resolve lasts. Maybe then they'd grasp why desperate people steal food, not out of malice, but out of sheer survival instinct when every system fails them. Picture this. You're sitting in your home, but it's not a sanctuary. It's a prison of poverty. The light bill from companies like Eversource towers higher than your rent, a monstrous sum that devours your paycheck before you can even breathe. Shut-off notices flood your mailbox like relentless waves, threatening to plunge you into darkness. So what do? You walk through your own house in pitch black, fumbling like a ghost because flipping a switch means another dollar drained. The heat. Cranked so low it's barely a whisper or turned off entirely to dodge the skyrocketing bills. Your bones ache from the chill. Your breath fogs the air indoors, and meanwhile, Eversource executives lavish themselves with bonuses funded by our blood, sweat, and tears. They're not just profiting, they're feasting off our pockets, unregulated vultures in a system rigged to protect them, and it gets worse. They keep chanting hold on while we eat less, eat worse, processed junk that's cheap but poisons us slowly. We're developing chronic health issues. Diabetes from sugary substitutes, heart problems from stress, respiratory woes from cold homes that breed mold and illness. We're uncomfortable every damn day, shivering through nights to avoid gas and electric hikes, yet we're forced to juggle 2-3 jobs just to stay afloat. Dragging our weary bodies from shift to shift, eyes heavy, muscles screaming, minds frayed, we're zombies in our own lives. But still, the elite demand. Hold on. How much longer? Until we collapse, until our families shatter? No more. We're done with their empty platitudes. It's time to remove the president, dismantle ICE's terror machine that rips families apart for sport, and purge the entire corrupt administration. We're finished holding on. We demand action now. We've been clinging to the edge for years, but under this cult in the White House, the cliff is crumbling faster than ever. Everyone, yes, everyone, is just one missed paycheck away from homelessness. That unexpected car repair, that sudden illness, that layoff, and boom, you're on the streets. But now, in this twisted regime, being homeless is effectively illegal. Let's explain this outrage so you feel the fire in your gut. In recent years, the Supreme Court paved the way for cities to criminalize sleeping in public spaces, banning encampments and fining the destitute for simply existing without a roof. Under the current administration, this MAGA cult that seized power again, they've amplified it nationwide. Executive orders and DOJ guidelines are pushing states to enforce anti-vagrancy laws with brutal efficiency. Fines you can't pay, arrests for loitering, jail time for the crime of poverty. Homeless shelters, overcrowded and underfunded, turning people away. Support programs, slashed to fund tax breaks for billionaires. It's not compassion, it's cruelty disguised as law and order. They tell you to hold on while making survival a felony. Do not tell us to hold on anymore. Instead, hurry up and sweep this cult out of the White House. Mobilize, vote them out, protest in the streets, whatever it takes to end this reign of indifference. This isn't hyperbole, it's the harsh reality staring us in the face. Think about the single mom in Hartford, Connecticut. Your neighbor, maybe even you, working graveyard shifts at a warehouse, then rushing to a retail job, only to come home to a frigid apartment because a Versource hiked rates again by double digits. Her kids huddle under blankets for homework by flashlight, stomachs growling from ramen dinners. She's one utility shut off from eviction, one health scare from bankruptcy. And if she ends up on the streets, the cult's policies ensure she's treated like a criminal, not a human in need. Multiply that by millions. Families in Detroit skipping heat to afford insulin, elders in rural Texas eating cat food to stretch pensions, immigrants in California fleeing ICE raids while scraping by on gig work. The elite. They're holding lavish galas, cutting ribbons on luxury developments, jetting to Mar-a-Lago for fundraisers. They don't hold on, they hoard. Why does this persist? Because the system is built to insulate the powerful from our pain. Corporate greed runs unchecked. Utilities like a Versource report billions in profits while lobbying against regulations that could cap rates or subsidize low-income households. Food conglomerates jack up prices amid inflation excuses, even as their CEOs pocket multimillion bonuses. Healthcare giants deny claims, leaving us sicker and broker. And the White House cult cheers it on, slashing social safety nets under the guise of fiscal responsibility while ballooning deficits for military spending and wall-building fantasies. ICE. It's not about security, it's a fear machine, deporting breadwinners and leaving families destitute, all to stoke division and distract from economic failures. But hear me loud and clear. We have the power to change this. We're not helpless victims, we're warriors who have been pushed too far. Imagine a world where leaders starve with us, feel the bite of hunger, the sting of cold. They'd rewrite policies overnight. Universal basic income to end paycheck-to-paycheck terror. Regulated utilities with rate caps and green energy subsidies. Expanded healthcare that doesn't bankrupt you for breathing. Dismantled ICE replaced with humane immigration reform. A purged administration focused on people, not profits. This isn't a pipe dream. It's achievable if we unite, demand, and act. The cult wants us divided, exhausted, silent. But we're rising. From coast to coast, people are organizing food drives, utility protests, mutual aid networks. We're sharing stories on social media, exposing the lies, building coalitions across lines of race, class, and background. No more holding on, we're taking back control. Sweep them out. Restore humanity to leadership. Fight for a future where no one wonders if the powerful are even human, because we'll ensure they serve us, not starve us. If this message spoke to you, even just a little, stay connected with me by following. Your support truly matters more than you realize, and every moment you take to listen is deeply appreciated. Please leave a like on this video and share your thoughts in the comments after hearing the story. Follow and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Your support keeps the space alive. It costs nothing, yet it means everything to me. Showing love through engagement helps me continue creating, speaking truth, and showing up consistently. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, for supporting, and for standing with me. Crowning Thoughts True Speaker Copyright 2025 by Santiago D.C. Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. I love you all. I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for your time. Stay blessed. Love always. Santiago D.C. Maria. Thank you for listening. Love always. Santiago D.C. Maria.